Papa, are you done writing? Are you done writing? You're talking. Stop writing, please. Stop writing, please.
Is that done for today?
Yeah, for today, yeah. I think for now, yes. Not for today, for now. Stop writing. So we continue with Sales of Goods and Supply of Service Act of 1980. It's all about the Irish consumers, to know your right as a consumer in Ireland. That's why we have the Sales of Goods Act of 1980. So in the previous class we talked about the rights of consumers when you buy new goods. But today we want to talk about buying second-hand goods. For second-hand goods, these are goods that are already being used. So they are already in existence. They are not new. That's why we call them second-handed goods. They are goods that you cannot buy from the rightful. You cannot buy from the owner, from the producer. You are buying from someone who has bought from the producer. Do you get what a second-hand good is or not? A second-handed good is a product that has been produced and has been sold to certain consumer whom you are buying from. Do you get it now? Do you understand what a second-hand good is now?
Yes.
Buying a new car, as soon as the new car is being bought, you are trying to sell it to someone else. It becomes second-hand. That is what second-handed is. So what are the rights you have when you buy a second-handed car? Example car. When an individual buys a second-hand good or service, or good anyway, from a business, it must be fit for purpose. So the first thing is, whatever good you are buying, irrespective of it being used, fairly used or new, it must fit for that purpose. That means you are buying it because of a reason. So whatever reason you are buying the product for, it must serve you the reason. So if I'm buying this red pen, I'm buying it because I want to use it right. So in the course of me buying it, I'm getting home, I'm trying to use it to write, it couldn't write. That means it doesn't serve the purpose. So whatever product you are buying, I say when I'm talking, you don't write. Whatever product you are buying, it must be able to serve the purpose of your purchase. So you are buying it for a reason, it must serve that reason. That's the first one. Do you understand fit for purpose?
Yes.
Fit for purpose means whatever you're buying, it must be able to function. You go to the market to buy it. There's a reason why you bought it. So that's reason why you buy it. It must serve that purpose. That is fit for purpose. Do you understand the first one? Then the second one is expected quality. What does quality mean? Quality means meeting customers' expectation. Better be here. Quality means meeting customers' expectation. And because quality $1 pay now. Because quality means meeting customers' expectation, irrespective of it being new or fairly used or second-handed, it must still have the expected quality. So if you are buying it, you know you're buying it for 5. So it must portray the amount, the value. You must enjoy the value for your money. That's the point about quality. You enjoying the value for your money. Do you understand the expected quality here? Quality means meeting customers' expectation. Meeting customers' expectation. This is what quality is. So if I'm buying for 5, it is expected that I should enjoy that value of 5. If I'm buying for 10, it is expected that I enjoy the value of 10. So if you are paying a huge amount of school fees, it is expected of you to enjoy the services of the teacher by listening and staying in the class and not skipping. That's the fact. So meeting the expectation is you getting the right quality, the value for your money. Do you understand it now, please? The first one is it must fit for purpose. The reason why you are purchasing it, it must serve that reason. The second one is that your expectation of the product in terms of quality, it must meet it. Is it clear? Is it clear or not?
Yes.
Good. Well, education is service, so we're still talking about goods. So when we get to service, I talk more about service. Any question about this for now? Any question?
No.
Good. Now, consumers should examine the second-hand goods before purchasing them because they cannot be the same. They cannot be at the same standard as a new one. it's a fairly used product. It has been used by the first purchaser. So don't expect it to function the same way as a new one would function. So don't put your expectation so high that you are expecting a fairly used product to serve as a new product. It's fairly used. So that's why you have to examine it if it's going to serve your purpose. Do we get the point here or not? Do we get it or not? As consumers, you must examine the product if it's good for you to buy or not. You have to examine it. You don't expect the standard to be the same as a new product because it's fairly used. It's second hand. Put your head up, please. Both of you stand up to the back. Me? No, me. Stand up to the back. And stand upright. Any question about this? No. Is it clear? Is it clear? Good. Right when buying service. Now we're talking about service. There. Yeah, it's okay there. Right when buying services. We can buy goods, we can also buy services. So what are the rights we have as consumers when we are buying services? Like the first example I made about you paying your school fees. It's your rights. So what are those things you have to enjoy when you pay your school fees? Consumers have the rights to services that one, carried out by a service provider with the right employees with required skills and qualification. Which simply means because you have paid your school fees as consumers, ISM must provide you with quality teachers and skilled teachers that would make you to understand what you need to understand. Carried out by service provider. The service provider here is your school, ISM. With the right employees, the teachers, the staff, whoever they are, with required skills and qualification. Which simply means your teachers must have the skills and the qualification to carry out their function. Do you understand the first one? What? Can you just don't talk about it and stay there until the class is over? Take your hands off your pocket. The second one, provided with reasonable care and attention, which means whatever the school does, it must do it with care and attention, which simply means it must listen to you. Do we get that? And it must listen to your details. Provided with materials that fit for purpose and with the expected quality. So if the chairs and the tables, the school must provide you those things with great quality. Like the school did, they replaced the whiteboard with a smart board. That is quality. Do we get it? Any question about that? So we're still talking about our rights when we are buying services. Like for example, education is a service. Can you stop that already and stand upright? Stop that already. Any question about that? Any question about that? Now, a trader has the responsibility to provide a service, one, that works in the way they said it would. So as soon as you come to the school, or as soon as you are buying a product or service, whatever the trader, who is a trader, that individual or that business that sells to you, whatever it tells you about the product, it must sell the product. What? Do you get the first point here? That works in the way they said it would. That means whatever we tell you about the product is what it should meet it that way. For a reasonable price when it's not agreed in advance. So if we don't agree about price, when the product is being sold, whatever price I'm going to give to you, it must be a price that is reasonable. And the last one is about the information. You must have the right information. You must not lie about the information to your service provider, to your customers. You can leave.